From the very beginning, humans have wrestled with the question of existence. Can something so complex come into being without a maker? Look at the human body, the intricate structure of DNA, the astonishing harmony of its systems. You say such complexity cannot arise by itself and therefore must be designed. Then ask yourself, if the designer exists, must he not be even more complex? And if he is more complex, does he not require an even greater designer? And if so, would that greater designer not need a designer as well? If we continue this line of thought, we fall into an endless chain with no starting point. This is where the logic collapses. There must be one point at which the chain stops. A being who is not the product of another, who simply is. This is not a new idea. It is something we memorized as children, though perhaps without fully realizing its meaning. He has neither father nor son. In other words, he was not born from anything, nor did anything come forth from him in that way. He has always existed. The Prophet Muhammad taught us that Satan will come and whisper questions into your heart. Who created the mountains? You will say, Allah. Who created the trees? You will say, Allah. Then he will ask, who created Allah? And at that point, you must answer, Allahu As-Samad, Allah, the Absolute, the Eternal, the Self-Sufficient. Because if you insist that every creator must have another creator, you will never reach a conclusion, and the chain will stretch to infinity. But we are not dealing with hypotheticals here. The evidence is before our eyes. The universe exists. We exist. Creation is undeniable. And once creation is undeniable, an ultimate creator becomes inevitable. If there were neither creation nor creator, nothing would compel us to believe otherwise. But the reality is different. The cosmos is here, life is here, and we see the marks of design in every atom. Logic demands that the chain of causation must stop at one being, uncreated, eternal, and absolute. And if you ask me which of Allah's attributes lies beyond the scope of human imagination, I will tell you this: there has never been a time when He did not exist. Our minds cannot grasp it. No matter how far back we reach, there is no beginning to His existence. It is a concept so vast that if you dive into it, you will find no edge, no anchor point to hold on to. This is a quality that belongs only to Allah. He has always been and will always be. Yet, in His mercy, He has chosen to share with us one part of this quality, not having always existed, but existing forever. In paradise, we will live without end, and this should stir love for Him in your heart, for He was alone, yet He decided to grant you eternity, to give you blessings without measure. In Jannah, whatever you wish for will appear before you instantly. There will be no waiting, no process, only fulfillment, because the one who created time itself will not bind you to it. Here in the world, even the wealthiest, the most powerful cannot instantly grant your wish. In paradise, the moment you desire, it will be yours. That is the honor Allah has prepared for those He admits into His eternal gardens. And so, in this life, questions will come. Doubts may rise, but when you stand before the reality of creation itself, remember, the chain must end with one. The one who has no beginning and no end. The one who brought everything into being. The one in whose promise of eternity lies our greatest hope. And that, in the truest sense, is reality.